You're listening to Pod Radio.
Being seniors, we already had to make our technical subject choices some time ago. With the knowledge and experience we've gained in the different technical fields and subjects now, we would like to share our experiences and opinions on our subject choices and what we would have done differently if we had the chance to choose all over. In this podcast, we will be giving general advice to our juniors on choosing technical subjects. Here we go.
Hi guys, it's your boy Sona here. I hope you all are doing well. So my technical subject is civil technology, and to be more specific, construction. So in this subject, we simply learn how it is that buildings are made, the materials and tools and equipment used to make these structures, even so other than buildings. And also the safety precautions one has to take when working on site. And one thing that I would have done differently, having to know what I know now about civil construction, is that you have to listen in class, because one would always think that it's a practical subject, it's more practical, but gosh, the thing is that you're gonna have to write an exam, and an exam consists out of theoretical work. So, and yes, you're gonna do practicals, but gosh, do not neglect the theoretical part. So that is something that I would have done differently. An advice that I would give to grade 9 learners or grade 10 learners, is firstly, be attentive in class, listen in class. Because the thing about especially construction is that there are these tiny substrata topics, that help encourage the other topic. It's like these topics has to go together in order for you to get the full picture, and so you have to grasp every little thing of the topic, so it's almost like having to learn about excavation. Excavation is simply where you make a hole, and then you learn how to make a foundation, and so those two go together. You're gonna have to dig a hole first and then put in the foundation, blah blah blah, so it's like a subject where things link a lot, so pay attention in class. Secondly, this is a disciplinary thing, especially in grade 10 and 11 term 1. I would give advice to grade 10s and 11s to be attentive in class when they're spoken about health and safety, because health and safety is something that is very important in any engineering discipline, whether it be fitting and turning or electrical. You're gonna have to know those things, because you are not gonna be allowed on a work site, if you do not know your things, because injuries are things that has to be prevented. So please listen in class, especially first term. For those 2 years, listen in class when those topics are dealt with, those health and safety topics. And lastly, my advice would be to simply just enjoy the subject. Gosh, you learn better if you enjoy something. And I've even learned that by physics, but yeah, especially having to do these technical subjects, because it should be something that you want to do, so yeah.
Hey guys, I'm Kulumanga Fikizolo and we back at it. So, my technical subject is electrical engineering. And honestly guys, I chose the subject because I had so much little interest for all the other engineering subjects in our school, since chemical engineering was something I was also interested about. But out of the engineering subjects that we do have, I was like, electrical is the one. And mostly because people would also tell me it's difficult, and I was like, can't really trust them. I need to see it for myself. Hence, I did. But if I had the same knowledge about electrical engineering that I have now, I would have definitely not just chose it because it is the only one that I found interesting, Before you make your subject choices, it is important to do your research on them and find out what it is exactly about. Secondly, to at least ask people around how do they feel about the subject, what are they learning, and what are their plans to do with the subjects that they're learning. And thirdly, see whether what the subject is about actually aligns with their interests before taking the subject. It is absolutely brutal.
Hi guys, Paris Figoji here. My technical subject is construction, which falls under civil technology. Civil technology is the construction materials that support construction, engineering and architecture for roads, bridges and other public structures. I chose it because my mother is in this specific field and I really enjoy helping her. If you like building, then you'll definitely love construction. If I had the same knowledge about construction in grade 9 when I chose this subject, I would have put in so much more effort in working and participating in my building tasks like I do now. I discovered that I actually do love building and making cement and laying bricks. Before you make your subject's choice, it is important to decide on which career path you would like to go into. Do not take a subject just because of taking it. And lastly, choose a subject that you actually enjoy doing, not something that's going to be a weight on your shoulders and that you don't have a passion for.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Tanukutengiti and I am back again. So my technical subject that I chose is automotive, which actually falls under mechanical technology and mechanical engineering. It is all of the same concept. Why I chose this subject is definitely because of how much drive I have towards it and how much passion I have for it and how much it makes me excited, And what it's about is actually the making of cars, the fixing of cars, the designing of cars. It is all just about cars, and not just cars, actually vehicles in general, And if I had the same knowledge I have on automotive today, if I had this knowledge in the past, I would have definitely looked at it way differently than I did back then, Back then I looked at it as a subject that I do because I have no choice but to choose a subject. But now when I look back, I should have actually just put in all my effort, all my energy, all I could to make sure that I succeed and make sure that I get only golden things from it, because it has come with so many opportunities that I never ever thought it would come with. And now I think I love it way more than I do or than I did in the past, And for those that want to choose a subject, I really would say that you need to put in your all, go for gold, and literally set high standards for yourself. That way you can literally get anything you want and get anywhere you want.
Hi guys, it's Emilia from 84. My technical subject is electrical technology. Electrical technology is all about understanding electrical principles in electrical installations. I chose electrical technology because I would love to become an electronic mechanic one day. If I had the same knowledge about electrical technology I have now, I would have created and designed my own electrical gadget. Before you make your subject choices, it is very important to consider university entry requirements, personal preference and skills, and lastly to choose complementary subjects.
And that's a wrap, guys. It's actually good to see how my fellow scholars view their subject choices. It's actually quite nice. I hope you've enjoyed our podcast on subject choices. Tune in again next week for our podcast on commitment, the ability to see things through. Bye.